Barca will struggle to win trophies next season. Mark my words, we will struggle to compete against Real Madrid. And it's not even like Barca is not a good team. Barca is a good team. But the thing is, we don't have quality depth. And this is where the problem lies. Because, first of all, Barcelona is a team that is full of injury prone players. Right? The season hasn't even started, and two of our players are already injured, Rafinha and Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong, he'll be out for like how long? Right? Rafinha, I also don't know how long he'll be out for. So the season hasn't even started, and Barcelona players are already injured. Also, the player that we brought into Barcelona, Ediemi, this guy is an injury prone player. This guy, his record at Dortmund, this guy missed a lot of games. So next season, Barcelona fans, just buckle your seatbelt because it is going to be a hell of a journey. I won't lie, I am disappointed in Deco and Barca because these people are not taking the club seriously. These people are not doing what it takes to make sure that Barca remains competitive. Yes, I know that Hansi Flick is a very good coach, right? Hansi Flick, for me, he is one of the best coaches in the world. Hansi Flick is a master at what he does. But come on, this guy can only do so much with the resources that he has, right? Yes, it's true that Hansi Flick does not have a lot of resources. And with the resources that Hansi Flick has, he has been able to bring Barcelona so much joy. But come on, we still need to back this guy up. We still need to go out into the market and buy players if we want to make sure that Barca remains competitive. I am not happy that Barca did not try to sign Emerick Laporte. News came out that Emerick even offered himself to Barcelona. This guy literally made himself available to Barcelona, and still Barca does not want to sign him. And I understand the reason why Barca does not want to sign him, right? Is because he plays for Athletic Club. And we all know the saga that happened between Barca and Athletic Club for Nico Williams, right? So there is bad blood between Barca and Athletic Club because of what happened. But still, I am still expecting Barca to put the interest of the club above their beef with Athletic Club. I don't care if these people have beef with Athletic Club. I am still expecting Barca to go out to Athletic Club and say we want to sign Emerick Laporte because the interest of the club is much bigger than the beef that they have with Athletic Club. Also, I heard that Barca won't go out in the market and look for a new striker if Alvarez does not join Barca. Now, this is something I am not happy about. Are you guys telling me that Julian Alvarez is the only striker that you guys can sign? Are you guys telling me that there are no other strikers that you guys can go and sign in the market? Right? To be honest, I don't even want Julian Alvarez to come to Barca. Julian Alvarez is not that good. This guy, what has he done for Atletico Madrid? Last season, this guy scored about 7 goals in that entire season. In the World Cup, what did this guy do for Argentina? Absolutely nothing. Argentina literally had to rely on a 39-year-old Lionel Messi to carry them from the group stages to the World Cup final. Messi did everything. Messi had the most shots, the most goals, the most assists, the most big chances created, everything. A 39-year-old man, right? Doing everything. Julian Alvarez, a youngster, what did he do? Absolutely nothing. This guy only scored 1 goal in that entire World Cup. And this is the guy that Barcelona thinks is good enough to splash about 100 million on. Barca, you guys are playing games, right? I feel like if Julian comes to Barca, this guy will be a failure. It will be something similar to the Coutinho signing, where you splash big money on a player, he comes into Barca, but then he is an absolute flop, right? If Alvarez comes to Barca, I think this guy will flop. Julian is not that good. For me, my ideal striker is Victor Osimhen. I feel like Victor Osimhen is a good replacement for Lewandowski. I feel like Victor Osimhen is a very underrated footballer. This guy will provide Barca way more than Alvarez can because this guy in the box, he's a big presence, right? When games are going tough, for example, if we are playing against a low block and we are struggling to break them down, we can simply spam crosses into the box and Victor Osimhen will headed the ball. because this guy is a tall physical presence in the box, right? So I feel like Victor Osimhen is the perfect match for Barcelona. He is fast, he is aggressive, he is just a complete all-rounder striker. So Barcelona, forget about that boy Julian Alvarez. Let him stay at his boring club, right? Go for another striker such as Victor Osimhen. I won't lie, I am not looking forward to next season. I am not looking forward to next season because I don't know. I don't know. Competing against Real Madrid, I don't think it's going to be easy because Real Madrid, these people. You see one thing I like about Real Madrid. Ne? These people, they are Real Madrid moves like a big club, right? Real Madrid moves like a serious club. Let me tell you guys something. Madrid went 2 seasons trophyless, but look at how they are moving in the market. Madrid literally signed about 5 players this season, 5 quality players this season, simply because they went trophyless for 2 seasons. As Barcelona, we have not won the Champions League in 11 years. 11 long years, we have not touched the Champions League. We have not been European champions for 11 years, yet we are acting as if everything is fine. There is no urgency in Barca, right? Barcelona are not trying to strengthen up the squad to win the Champions League. Nothing, right? It looks like Barca are content with just winning La Liga. To be honest, that's the feeling I'm getting from Barca. I feel like Barca are content with just winning La Liga. For Barca, if they win La Liga, then they are okay. And this is something unacceptable for a club as big as Barca. We are the biggest, one of the biggest clubs in the world, behind Real Madrid. We cannot be moving like a small club. We cannot be moving like Manchester United and all of these other small clubs. We are the biggest institution in world football. No other team compares to Barcelona in the world of football. But look at how our club is acting. Look at how they are moving in the market. No urgency from them whatsoever. News came out that even if Ronald leaves the club, Barca will still not sign a new defender. How ridiculous. How can Barcelona be moving like this? Their plan was for Koundé to play as a centre back and for Eric to play as the right back. Look at how Barca is acting. Barca thinks just because they won La Liga last season, they will win it also this season. Guys, Barca fans, let me tell you guys the honest truth, right? Let me tell you guys a difficult truth. The only reason why we won La Liga last season was because Real Madrid was ass, right? Real Madrid was cheeks. These people were nowhere near their best. And that is the only reason why we won La Liga. We literally won La Liga by 11 points. So it's not because Barca were great. We were not great last season. Yes, we took care of business. But guys, we were also not great. If I'm not mistaken, I think we lost about 4 games last season. 4 games. Losing 4 games is a lot. I don't care what you say. For me as a Barcelona fan, I cannot be losing 4 games in a season. The most I'm supposed to be losing in a season is two. Four is unacceptable. So, despite losing about 4 games and drawing a couple of games, we still ended up winning La Liga. And that's because Real Madrid were nowhere near their usual quality. Atletico Madrid were even worse. So Barca mustn't think just because they won La Liga last season, they'll be able to compete for it this season. I don't think so. Because Real Madrid, their team is stacked, right? Real Madrid is stacked. And in this modern football, if you want to compete, you need to have a stacked team. You need to have deep quality depth. You cannot compete in this modern football with a thin squad because there are so many games to be played, right? And all of these games take a toll on players. So teams need to be able to substitute. That's why you see PSG, a team that literally won the Champions League back to back, not just the Champions League. PSG literally won the quadruple, 4 trophies in one season. They did this back to back. You know how crazy this is? 8 trophies in 2 seasons, right? Even more than that. So a team that has won the Champions League back to back, these people were still going after Diamante. Even though their team is stacked with players, PSG was still going after Diamante. Why? Because they understood that you need quality depth in order to compete. Real Madrid, they are adding players. What is Barcelona doing? We only signed 2 players this season. One, Anthony Gordon. The second, Adeyemi. Like I said, a player that is gonna get injured this season. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Guys, look, I am not overreacting. I am just worried because I can see danger lying ahead in this new season. This new season, Barcelona fans do not expect much. Do not be surprised if we do not win the Supercopa de España. Do not be surprised if we don't win the Copa del Rey or the La Liga, the Champions League. Bro, do not even expect us to compete. Going even to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, it will be a miracle for Barcelona. And to be honest, you know what? Barcelona can actually perform really well this season. But Hansi Flick, he needs to drop that high line. Hansi Flick cannot be playing with the same high line because this high line is too intense. And because our team is already injury prone, playing this intense type of football will only make things worse, right? It will only take a toll on the body. Yes, we can still play attacking football, but our high line does not always need to be so aggressive. So, guys, let's just see how next season is going to turn out. Honestly, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much. The Champions League, we are not winning that. La Liga, I still believe we have a shot at La Liga. So let's just wait and see how next season will turn out. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section, and see you guys in the next one.